The city of Marrow Deep did not fear the sea. Beat. It feared what the sea gave back. Pause. Sound of waves, swells. Every soul born within its salt-crusted walls owed a debt to the tide, not of coin, of regret. On the night of their 13th birthday, each child was carried to the black shingle beach and made to whisper their one true shame into a shell. The shell drops, a soft splash. The shell was cast into the water, and the sea always, always gave something back. A bent key, a tooth from an animal that never existed, a button sewn from moth-wing. Nobody knew what these things meant. They were simply kept. To lose one was the worst luck a person could invite. Cut to Ysolde, walking the streets at dusk. Voice lowers, more intimate. Ysolde Vane had never given her shame to the sea. She was 19 now, 6 years overdue. Pause. And the debt had begun to show. Her shadow no longer matched her step. It lagged behind her, reluctant, like something that no longer wanted to follow where she led. The dogs would not come near her. Cut to the ledger glowing under the bed. Hushed, almost a whisper. Her grandmother had been the town's tide keeper, the one who read what the sea left behind. When she died, the ledger passed to Ysolde. She never opened it. Long pause, the sound of pages turning wet and slow. Until the night, it opened itself. Close on Ysolde's face, lit by the ledger's glow. Salt water bled from its pages, and in a script that dissolved as fast as it formed, it told her the truth she had spent 6 years running from. Narrator quotes the ledger, colder, distant. You are the only debt left unpaid in 3 generations. Beat. The sea does not forget its accounts. Wide, Ysolde, descending the cliff path at night. Music swells low, tension building. She walked to the shore in the dark. No candle, no shell, only the weight of a debt that was no longer only hers. The tide pulls back, vast, impossible. Narrator's voice drops to near silence, and the sea pulled away, further than any tide should, revealing a shingle unseen in decades, 1,000 pale shells, murmuring if you leaned close enough, with confessions made and forgiven long ago. Ysolde kneeling at the waterline. Rising emotion, quiet intensity. She had no shell, so she gave the sea what she had instead. Not a whisper. Beat. A flood. The grief beneath her grandmother's death, the relief she had never let herself name, because naming it felt like murder. Pause, only waves, and her breath. She spoke until her voice gave out. The second ledger surfaces. Narrator, quiet awe. And the sea gave something back. Not a token, not a key or a tooth or a button of moth-wing. A second ledger, bound the same, dry despite the water, filled with her grandmother's hand, every shame the old woman swallowed for this town, and never once let herself give away. Ysolde, redding by dawn light. Warmer now, softening toward resolution, so Ysolde sat on the cold stones, with both ledgers open in her lap, and gave away, at last, what her grandmother never could. Final shot, sunrise over the shingle, narrator, gentle, final. By the time the sun rose over Marrow Deep, the shingle was littered with new shells, small, damp, long pause, and for the first time in 40 years, entirely at peace, fade out,